The legacy I think I'd like to leave behind certainly would be that I was somebody who really worked hard to achieve what I achieved, and just to give people the faith and belief that even if you come from a council estate here in the city of Cardiff, for example, you can still be the best in the world if you work hard and you have the ability. And I kind of proved that. So for me, I'd like people to look at me and go, God, look what he's achieved. That was amazing, because nobody perhaps would have expected that. You know what inspired me really to be involved in the sport of athletics and even to compete, I think, was seeing my parents jumping up and down in the very early days, and me seeing that somebody that we didn't know, Don Quarry from Jamaica, who wasn't part of our family, nobody that I certainly engaged with ever, had that type of effect on my parents. I looked at it and thought, you know, this ain't kind of bad, is it? So if I can do something that has a reach, really, and has resonance with people emotionally, then I should perhaps think about getting involved. So it was quite early to be inspired, but I guess that was the real reason. My parents were really strong for me. I think knowing that they arrived in the UK, they were immigrants from Jamaica, I really think they have this kind of drive and commitment to make things right. And anything that their children were involved with, they really supported full on. But they weren't pushy parents, and I think that's very crucial when you're young, because you're allowed to enjoy something and you feel like you're enjoying it. It's not really happening through your parents' desires or through their eyes in that sense. You're having a go at something that you enjoy. So I think I was lucky. I had very good relationships with majority of my opponents, of my competitors. And I think in a way that's a good thing. Hurdles as an event is very much, I think, even within athletics, it's really seen as an art form. And so we're always discussing and debating which is the most effective and an efficient way to clear the barriers. And we're happy to exchange technique ideas, training programs, with the people who you are close to. And I think that's really an unusual thing in athletics, but in hurdles it wasn't that unusual. So with lots of the people I raced every single day, some people who were Olympic champions, and people I wanted to beat, we'd still sat down and have breakfast or lunch or even dinner together. When you're walking out to receive your medal, and you've got your GB tracksuit on or your Welsh tracksuit on, depending on what the competition was, and you just wait for your name to be called, and then you climb on the rostrum. It's then where really you have that real sense of pride. And for me, all memories would come flooding back to me. So, you know, people that have worked alongside me and helped me. It could be one of the doctors that have really looked after me when I was like sick or something, or people who passed away who are missing your success because they can't join in, but they were certainly part of your life when you're preparing for it. So all kind of emotions would go through my mind as the national anthem was played. And yeah, it was a real nice feeling at the end of it. And when you came off, it was genuine smiles that made me feel really good.